Hey there guys, Matt Spiner here, and it's been a while since I've made a video, and I figured, seeing how I've got nothing better to do with my time, I figured I would react to a top 5s video. I'm going to be reacting to the top 5 important facts, symptoms, and stats about COVID-19. So this is about the new coronavirus that's been happening and has postponed my university studies, and I've got nothing better to do, so I figured I would react to this. Also, you're probably wondering, where's my where's my long hair? What happened to my long hair? Well, the simple answer is that after I made that video I made a while ago, I simply got it cut, and so yeah, that's what happened to my my long hair. And secondly, I don't have my usual glasses because my usual glasses that I had for a long time, they're broken. They broke. So these are my full-time replacement glasses, to replace the old ones. So here's my glasses. Here's my I believe ghost beanie, and I'm wearing no headphones when doing this because you guys wouldn't be able to hear what Top 5's the narrator is saying. So here we go, and we're going to react to it starting now. This will be a better reaction video, I promise. And I've turned the volume up as loud as I can.
Fighting the new coronavirus has been a battle against the unknown for both the doctors treating those infected and for us. And since our last video on COVID-19, the outbreak has been declared a global pandemic, meaning that the virus has spread over several countries or continents and affects a large percent of the population. The last global pandemic was declared in 2009.
This is actually, this was made back a month ago, March 20th. This was made just back last March, by the way, in case you're wondering when this video was made.
When swine flu started sweeping the world. However, it's important to note that a pandemic does not initiate the severity of a disease, only the degree to which it's spreading. So what does that mean for us? Should we all be doing more to stop the spread of this disease? And have our governments been too slow to act? In this video on COVID-19, we will look at what the virus does to your body, what the full range of symptoms are, and who is more likely to become seriously ill or die. We'll also try to wade through some of the data to see if we can establish how much of a threat this outbreak is to the world and our loved ones, as this is an ever-emerging crisis.
Yeah, this has been a very serious thing. I mean, everyone's had to literally stay home and just, you know, work from home, do school at home and stuff like that. And for an introverted person like me, it's pretty easy. But for an extroverted person, it's going to be pretty tough for them. But it's something they've got to put up for a few months.
Some of the figures in this video will already be out of date, but we are using them to illustrate the trend of the virus and who is more likely to be at risk. Now, before we get started, we do not want to rant and rave about Patreon, given this topic. But what we do want to say is that we know many of you are going through financial difficulties due to COVID-19. There will be many of you who may be struggling financially over the next couple of weeks or months. And if you enjoy our content, we are not going to let a paywall stop you. Simply email us to patreon@top5s.co.uk and you will be sent an email reply with the link.
If you guys want to watch the video for yourself, you can just simply search up Top 5's coronavirus. I've already stated the title of the video here, and I'm pretty sure you guys can find it fairly easy.
Links to the documentaries for free. Let's begin.
Oh, I think it's my mom cooking something. I don't know. Sorry about that.
Studies by doctors at the front line of the epidemic in Wuhan, China, have recently compiled a report looking at more than 44,000 confirmed cases of the disease. It showed 81% developed mild. Sorry about the distracting loud bang over there. Jesus, fuck! Jesus Christ! It's still going. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. I don't normally cuss. I should not have cussed. Mild symptoms. 14% developed severe symptoms. 5%
81% developed mild symptoms. 14% developed severe symptoms.
With more than half of those leading to death. However, as the disease spreads, and it undoubtedly...
Okay, I think we're gonna have to move. Sorry about that mild inconvenience, guys. So, I was gonna record in my own room, but I told my mom that she was being too loud with the dinner, with her trying to make dinner and stuff. So, she's being a bit quiet, but we're gonna keep reacting in here.
Well, these figures will significantly change. In particular, the death rate will lower. More people will be infected, but crucially, more people will recover and become immune. For example, at the start of the coronavirus outbreak, South Korea had the most confirmed cases outside of China.
Damn.
And as of 13th of March 2020, they have 7,979 cases confirmed. But from the start, they have had an aggressive testing program in place, and to date, they have tested over 200,000 people. Of those they identified as infected, early intervention meant only about 10% of patients required hospitalization, while the rest had a strong enough immune system and care information to fight the virus on their own. Nonetheless, 71 people have died, putting their death rate at less than 1%. South Korea's combative action is believed to be the reason why they have managed to contain the spread. We can't help but think that if the rest of the world, in particular European countries like Italy, who are now struggling with over 15,000 confirmed cases...
I've heard that the dolphins have returned to Italy. Is that true? Have the dolphins actually returned to Italy, guys? I think it is true, because there are pictures of dolphins in Italy, like in like the rivers of Italy. I think it's true, but I don't know.
Had intervened like the South Korea government did, and provided the public with free and easy testing options free of charge, even setting up drive-through testing booths, then this virus could have been contained, and we wouldn't be in the situation we are now.
Yeah.
But hindsight is always 2020.
Only that happened.
At the time of writing this, the worldwide death rate sits at anywhere between 3 and 4%. But as has been proven in South Korea, this will hopefully decrease as more cases are identified and more people recover.
Yeah.
There seems to be 3 major patterns seen in the clinical course COVID-19 infection.
Yeah.
Mild illness with upper respiratory tract symptoms, such as a mild cough and fever, non-life-threatening pneumonia, and the most concerning stage, severe pneumonia with acute respiratory disease syndrome, ARDS.
That's true.
Men and women are equally likely to be infected. However, early reports indicate more men have died from the...
So far, not a single child has died from COVID-19. No one has died yet. Only the elders have died.
The disease than women. Children seem to be the least likely to develop severe illness from the disease.
Yeah.
And at the time of writing this, thankfully no child under 9 years old has died from the disease.
Yeah.
Although they can still catch it, and without symptoms, could be unknowingly spreading it. Similar to the children, the vast majority of confirmed cases in adults are considered mild, involving mostly cold-like symptoms to mild pneumonia. To contract the coronavirus in the first place, you have to come in direct contact with it, either from an infected person coughing or sneezing near your face, by physical contact through a handshake or kiss, or from touching a surface that the virus has landed on, and then touching your nose, eyes, or face before washing your hands. There is some debate about whether...
You always gotta wash your hands, guys. Remember to do that.
The disease is airborne, and at the time of writing this, there is no evidence it is.
No, there's no evidence at all.
And if it is proved to be airborne, the virus could linger for a longer period of time than those spread by droplets, and can also be spread in air conditioning and ventilation systems.
That would suck.
After becoming infected, on average, it takes around 2 to 6 days for someone to show symptoms, although it's worth pointing out that some people who catch the virus will remain asymptomatic and display no symptoms at all. However, they can still pass the virus on to another human, and that's where it gets tricky. However, for the majority of infected people, COVID-19 begins and ends in their lungs. Because, like the flu, coronavirus is a respiratory disease, that infects the tissues and airways deep inside the lungs rather than the nose. The first symptoms in most cases...
I have a very itchy nose. Hold on, let me just scratch it. Oh my god, my nose is itchy. Oh my god, I have to take the glasses off real quick. Alright, there we go. My itch is gone.
Is a dry cough and a fever, typically with a temperature of over 37.8 degrees centigrade or 100 Fahrenheit. After a few days, this can progress to shortness of breath and fatigue. Other less common symptoms reported are muscle ache, confusion, headache, sore throat, and rarely diarrhea. Unlike a cold or flu, sneezing and a blocked nose are not common symptoms of COVID-19. If you display any of these symptoms, no matter how mild, you should call your healthcare provider for advice.
Yeah?
If you only have mild symptoms, it's likely you'll be advised to self-isolate at home for at least 14 days.
Yeah, that's what everyone has been doing. I mean, it used to be, you know, just simply stay at home for a bit, but now everyone's like, you know,
After which,
just
the risk
stay
of
at home
secondary
altogether. Just
transmission
don't
to
go outside
others
unless
is
you
thought
have to
to
go
be low.
shopping. Which, by the way, why are you guys buying toilet paper? Why are you hoarding and like buying toilet paper? Why are you doing that? It's so dumb. People have gotten dumber, and it's just disappointing to see the human race go to something like this.
Even if you feel better before the 14 days, you should still stay away from public areas and not go to work, school, or anywhere where you'll be in close contact with humans. Although there have not been reports of pets or other animals becoming sick with COVID-19, it is still recommended that you limit contact with animals until more information is known about the virus.
I don't know if
you
animals have
contract the
gotten
virus
infected
and contact with
just
people
yet.
is unavoidable, or you are caring for others.
If I come to think of it, April overall as a month actually has not, you know, actually hasn't been terrible, which is interesting, considering, you know, everyone was expecting April to be a bad month, like, because if January, February, and March could be bad months, so can April, but nah, April hasn't been bad. Apart from the fact that we lost Goody star Timbuk Taylor
when you cough or sneeze,
from
and
the
dispose
coronavirus.
of and wash hands immediately. If soap and water is not available, clean your hands with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Also, if you guys are gonna sneeze, remember to sneeze in your arm. When I sneeze, I do it in my hands, but then I immediately wash my hands. And when I cough, I also cough in my hands, and I also wash them.
That contains at least 60% alcohol. Also avoid sharing personal household items and clean all high-touch surfaces every day. At this early stage, monitoring your symptoms and staying in touch with your healthcare provider may be all that is required. However, seek urgent medical attention if your illness is worsening and you experience shortness of breath or difficulty breathing.
Number 3.
The earliest studies of COVID-19 have shown that many patients develop pneumonia in both lungs, leading to shortness of breath. For most people, this will be present as non-life-threatening pneumonia. At this stage, our body's immune system will kick in, triggered by the presence of the viral invader, and step up to fight the disease by flooding the lungs with immune cells to clear away the damage and repair the lung tissue. When working properly, this inflammatory process is tightly controlled and confined only to infected areas, and a healthy person should eventually be able to fight off the virus and fully recover. However, sometimes our immune system goes haywire, creating a cytokine storm, and immune cells kill anything in their way, including healthy tissue. When this happens, it causes more damage than the initial virus, and even more, debris clogs up in the lungs, pneumonia worsens, and hospital intervention is needed. Cytokines are proteins used by the immune system as alarm signals, and they deliver immune cells to the site of infection. The immune cells then kill off the infected tissue in a bid to save the rest of the body. But when too many cytokines are released and the fight becomes a free-for-all, that's where problems arise. Because it's not just targeting the infected cells, it's attacking healthy tissue too, creating inflammation that weakens blood vessels in the lungs and causes fluid to seep through to the air sacs. So in effect, you start bleeding out of your blood vessels, and this spills into your circulatory system, creating systematic issues across multiple organs. From there, things can take a sharp...
Alright guys, I'm gonna have to end this video here, but I will be back to make another video because this one, it only has like 48 seconds left on this video, so I'm gonna have to end this one here, but I'll be right back. So, bye.